From the campus of the University of Alabama, live sports from Alabama's sports team. This is WVUA Sports.
Hey, if you're going to join the 3,000 hit club, what better way to do it than hitting a first pitch homer off of Justin Verlander? Hey, that's exactly what Alex Rodriguez did tonight in his very first at-bat. A-Rod becomes the 29th member of the 3,000 hit club and just the third who's done it with a home run. More baseball in a moment. The city of Dallas must think having Alabama football in town is a home run because the Tide will be there again very soon. A provision in the contract for next year's opener against USC at Jerry World says that the Tide will negotiate exclusively with ESPN for an opponent at the Cowboys Classic in either 2019 or 2020. Speaking of those fun neutral site games, add another to the list. Reports are out this evening that the Tide will open up the 2017 season against Florida State in the new Falcon Stadium. This thing's nice too, check it out. The Tide and Noles last met in 2007, an FSU win in Nick Saban's first year. The Tide will be playing a lot in NFL stadiums in the future, and so will Landon Collins. The Giants rookie signed his very first NFL contract on Friday. It's reportedly a 4-year deal worth $6 million, with $2.7 million of that guaranteed. From one former Crimson Tide safety to another, Rashad Johnson back in his hometown Musologent this weekend for his youth football camp. Our own Jen Chapman caught up with Rashad this evening to ask about what drives him to come back home.
My driving force was just, I made it. You know, I walked on, I believed in myself. I became a captain, I became a 7-year veteran in the NFL, and I wanted to let others know that they could do that as well.
Now, Rashad and company held a charity basketball game tonight. Much more from him tomorrow on Sports Saturday. Big news for two former Tide baseball players. Adam Morgan, a Bama pitcher from 2009 to 2012, will be called up by the Philadelphia Phillies to make his major league debut on Sunday. Meanwhile, Casey Houston has signed his very first major league contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Mobile native is the 5th Tide player to sign from this year's draft class. He was selected in the 96th with the 96th pick overall in the 3rd round. We're in the semifinals of the College World Series. 2 SEC teams left, including these Florida Gators chomping against Virginia earlier today. Richie Martin breaks a tie with a double in the 3rd. The Gators pour it on from there. 6th inning, Mike Rivera, the RBI single. The Gators win 10-5 to force a championship series deciding rematch on Saturday against the Wahoos. The other SEC team still alive, stays alive like the Bee Gees. Vanderbilt beats TCU tonight 7-1. They advance to the championship series. Well, they'll try and defend their national title. It's the 8th year in a row an SEC team will play for the title. Amazing stat. The Braves and the Mets locked in a pitcher's duel tonight at the TED. Jacob deGrom for the Mets looking good on his 27th birthday. 3 punch-outs for him. But how about Matt Whistler in his major league debut? Gets a big double play ball here. He goes 8 innings, giving up just 6 hits. He got a lot of help in the 8th from Jace Peterson. A 2-run double over the head of the center fielder. The Braves win 2-1. And listen to this, 2.5 out in the East. Big time for the Bravos. Day 2 at Chambers Bay for the U.S. Open, and it was another bad day for this guy, Eldrick Tiger Woods. This shot on 10 ends up in a place he doesn't want it to go, on the hillside. That's not where you're supposed to go, Tiger. But then he goes retrieve the ball, and watch what happens. Oh, Tiger ends up on his backside. He misses the cut, 16 over for him. Everyone, though, chasing Jordan Spieth and Patrick Reed at 5 under par. Much more sports coming your way tomorrow on Sports Saturday and Sunday on Sunday, of course, at 10:13. Now, more news comes your way after the break. Stay with us.